recording. Okay, everyone, how are you? Hello, so nice to see you, your cameras, everything. Matías, Jose Miguel. All right, very good. Okay, guys, the plan for today. What's the plan for today? Well, first of all, we are a little bit behind the schedule, the program, the syllabus, so we have to work a lot today. We're going to talk about inventions. Remember that last class that we had together the week before last? We were talking about famous women inventors, famous inventions invented by women. We're going to talk about the structure that we need to focus our attention on the thing, the object, the person that is affected by an action. In other words, we're going to talk about passive voice. And please remember that next class, next Friday, I'm going to explain in depth with lots of detail, and I'm going to answer any question you may have about the video, because the deadline to hand in the video is the 11th of December. Remember, the 11th, that is to say in 2 more weeks. Okay, 2 more weeks. So I'm going to upload the document of the video today, so that you can read it on your own and you have time, to see things. And then on Friday, I'm going to answer all the questions that you may have about the video assignment. Okay, so that's the plan. Are you ready? Books, pens, paper, energy, food. Okay, very good. So let me remind you a little bit of what we were doing the week before last. We were talking about women inventors. Remember, I don't know, the windshield wipers, disposable diapers, the bulletproof vest, the whiteout. These are some of the inventions that were invented by women during the 20th century or late 19th, early 20th century. Okay? But we didn't have time to talk about the grammar. How we can talk, how we can focus our attention on this thing, on this element that is affected by the verb. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I introduce passive voice? I think that I did it now that I'm thinking about it, or not. I didn't do it. Did I do it? No? Okay, well, I'm going to repeat some things. So if you don't remember and I don't remember, perhaps it wasn't that relevant. Okay, so let me start. In English, generally speaking, when we speak, when we create a sentence, a basic English sentence is formed of a subject, a verb, and a complement or an object. Okay, for example, Matías is having a snack. I'm just inventing, okay? Or Luis went to a party with his friends. You see, subject, verb, object, complement or subject, verb, complement or subject, verb, object. I gave a present to my mom. You see, subject, verb, complement, object. Now, when we use, I think that I have some examples. Someone does something, subject, verb, object. For example, I need someone who can read. Who wants to read? Benjamin, you always want to read. Benjamin Reyes.
Okay, millions of people use the internet. Heidi Lamar invented a communication system. Someone has stolen my bike.
Very good. So here we have 3 examples of basic English sentences that follow the rule subject, verb, object. Millions of people, Heidi Lamar, and someone are subjects. Use, invented, and has stolen are verbs in different tenses. We have present simple, past simple, and present perfect. And then we have complements or objects, the internet, a communication system, and my bike. Okay? Basic English sentence. These sentences are in what is called the active voice. Okay, what is the active voice? Every sentence has a subject. In English, we always need a subject. There is no absent subject as in Spanish. In Spanish, we have absent subjects. So I think every time I read about Spanish, I feel so lucky to have learned Spanish before English, because English is so simple compared to Spanish. For example, if I say, Matías habló con Aldo mientras miraba televisión, in that sentence, we have an absent subject because we don't know mientras miraba televisión es Matías o Aldo. Entonces, una persona que no habla español dice, ¿pero quién estaba mirando televisión? Aldo o Matías. Because in English you say, Aldo or Matías Matías talked to Aldo while he was watching television. We repeat the subject, but in Spanish we don't usually say it. We don't usually repeat the subject. So it's like, oh my God, I'm learning Spanish. I want to die because Spanish is so difficult. Well, in English, it's much easier because in English, you always have subjects. Unless you are using imperatives. When you are using imperatives, you don't need a subject. For example, go away, cook, bring me the lunch. You see, don't need subjects. Well, the thing is that when you have a sentence, we have subjects, but subjects can be active or passive. What I mean by this is that an active subject is a subject that does something. And a passive subject is a grammatical subject that receives the action that is shown in the verb. If I say millions of people use the internet, who uses the internet? Millions of people. So it's an active sentence. They are doing something. The action invent, in the second example, Heidi Lamar invented a communication system. Heidi Lamar is a subject, a grammatical subject that is active because the subject is doing the invention. You see, is inventing something. And if I say someone has stolen my bike again, the action of the verb steal is carried out by the subject someone, even though we don't know who that someone is. Are you following me? Yeah? You understand why they are called active? Okay, very good. But when we use passive voice, something very interesting happens, because when we use passive, it's because we want to focus our attention not on the person or the thing that did something, but we want to focus our attention on the thing affected by the action. So we need to do some changes, okay? As it says on the slides, it says sometimes we are more interested in the person or the thing affected by the main verb. In these cases, we use the passive voice and the structure of the sentence changes. Pay attention. I used the same sentences so that you can see the change. Remember that the active sentence was millions of people use the internet, okay? I don't want to focus on the people. I want to focus on the internet because I'm talking about the internet, the effects of the internet, whatever, okay? Okay. So I'm going to use passive voice to talk about the internet. So the internet is used by millions of people. You see that automatically, just by changing the position of the internet, my attention goes to the internet, not the millions of people, because the internet is in first position, you see? And if I want to mention by whom, I say by millions of people, by Matías, by Jose Miguel, etc. Okay? A communication system was invented by Lamar. Imagine now that I'm not interested in Lamar and I'm talking about this communication system that was invented during the Second World War by a woman, okay? Because I'm talking about the differences and the similarities of this communication system to one invented in Germany. You see, was invented. My bike has been stolen. I can even stop there. You know, oh my God, my bike has been stolen. And I don't need to say by whom because I don't know. It would be redundant. Someone stole it, not a dog or a cat, you see. My bag has been stolen. So this is a passive sentence. I'm focusing my attention on the thing affected by the verb. You see the changes? So in a nutshell, we can use passive voice in any tense we want. In any tense. All the tenses that you know up to now, present tenses, past tenses, future tenses, modal verbs, etc., you can change any sentence into passive sentences. Pay attention. Here we have present passive because the verb to be is in present. Here we have past passive because the verb to be is in past. Here we have has been. We have present perfect passive because the verb to be is in present perfect. So just by looking at the examples, is used, was invented, has been stolen, is there any common factor between the three sentences when you look at the verbs? What do I always need? What is always
Past.
present?
The past.
The past simple or the past participle, Luis?
The past in general.
It's not the past in general because stolen is not past simple.
Yes, stolen is a past perfect.
It's a past participle. It's a past. It's the third column. The third column.
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, that is what they have in common. All passive sentences have one verb in the participle, which is the last verb. The last verb is always in the participle. And the verb that changes depending on the sentence is verb to be. You see? Is, was, has been, will be, would be, should be, etc. So what is the main formula of passive voice? This is very simple. What is the main formula? If we had to summarize everything in one formula, and then we take the formula and we change it, what is the formula of passive voice? Luis already gave us 50%. 50% of the formula is one verb in the past participle, which is the last one. Okay, so that is 50% of the formula. What is the other 50? Is, was, has been.
You say the verb to be?
Exactly, verb to be. So the formula of passive voice is verb to be plus a verb in the participle. That's it. So I have to conjugate this verb to be in any tense I want, depending on what I want to say, depending on the context, etc., etc. Okay? Now, of course, it's always useful to remember that the passive is often used in situations when the person or thing doing the verb is unknown, unimportant, or obvious. For example, in the sentence, my bike has been stolen, I don't need to say by someone, it's redundant. Okay, so I choose passive voice because I don't know who did it. Okay, so before we continue with the grammar, I would like you to watch this video, because remember that the unit is about inventions. And one topic that you may develop in your video is inventions. Yeah, you can choose your favorite invention and you can talk about it. That's one option. So I would like to show you this video because here you have some interesting examples, and then you can choose one from here. Okay, give me one second to show you the video. Oh, Matias, Rivas, welcome, Alexander, very good. I hadn't seen you. My internet connection, as usual, is not very fast. Be patient. Can you see the YouTube page?
Yes.
Okay.
These ideas changed the world. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 inventions of all time. Number 10.
Sorry, I mean, I know that number 10 is paper, but if you had to choose the most important invention for you, what would you say that is top one, like number one invention? Before we watch the video.
Internet.
The internet. Okay, number one, the internet. Transistors, number one. Any other? Because then you need to say if you agree or you disagree with this list. Yeah, this is a subjective, perhaps, list. Yeah, and then you need to give me your 3 top ones, inventions. Okay, let's watch.
Paper. One of the Chinese people's 4 great inventions Paper was invented and developed in the 2nd century BC by the Han Dynasty.
Pay attention to the grammar. Paper was invented by the Chinese. You see, why am I using passive voice? Because I want to focus on paper, not the Chinese. You see, so pay attention to the structure. Yeah, pay attention to the sentences.
The idea eventually traveled to Europe, where paper mills began manufacturing the product on a larger scale. Without paper, the printing press would never have been invented, and our world would be very different. We would not have maps, paper currency, or books to disperse information. Its impact is truly endless. Number 9, the compass. Before the compass, sailors depended on landmarks or even the stars to navigate their ships. But once the Chinese began using lodestones and magnetism to find their bearings between the 9th and 11th centuries, it quickly spread to the Arab world and to Europe. This not only made circumnavigation of the globe easier, it also made it safer, which kicked off the age of discovery. Number 8, refrigeration. Though ice was used since prehistoric times to prevent food from spoiling and developing bacteria, the concept of refrigeration was only developed in earnest starting in the mid-1700s. The process was then refined and improved, changing the way the food industry transports and stores food. The implications of this discovery are far-reaching as it transformed the way we eat and live. Number 7, the printing press. Though Johannes Gutenberg is credited with this invention, he actually perfected and popularized existing technology. By combining the Chinese principle of movable type with European press systems already in use for winemaking, Gutenberg created the machine that printed text on a wide scale, which in turn lowered the price of books and helped spread information and knowledge to the masses, spurring the Reformation, the Renaissance, and the scientific revolution. Number 6, plumbing. The landscape of major cities would be drastically different without this innovation. After all, how would a high-rise exist without modern plumbing? Evolving from holes in the ground to chamber pots to outhouses and eventually to flush toilets as early as the 31st to 26th centuries BC, the development of plumbing improved living conditions for millions of people across the globe and lengthened our lifespans. Number 5, medicine. Many medicines and vaccinations have extended and changed our lives significantly. Discovered by accident by Alexander Fleming, penicillin was the first group of drugs that fought illnesses like syphilis and strep infections. On the other side of the spectrum, since they were introduced to the public in the 1960s, contraceptives such as the birth control pill helped level out the global population and launched a revolution in social change. Number 4, engines. These engines got industry and the population moving. Instead of relying on horses as transportation, people traveled across the countryside via Thomas Newcomen's steam engine as of 1712, which was improved upon by James Watt later that century, quickly becoming the backbone of society and sparking the Industrial Revolution. Internal combustion ultimately replaced steam and ushered in the Second Industrial Revolution, and allowed individuals to affordably travel great distances. Number 3, the wheel. Though it's still unclear which civilization was first to invent this simple machine in the 4th century BC, it's obvious that it's been one of the world's most vital innovations. The transportation, commerce, and travel industries wouldn't be the same without it. And today, the wheel can be found in every aspect of our daily lives, from water wheels, gears, motors, and engines to more fun applications. Number 2, communications. Several inventions changed global communications forever. Samuel Morse brought us the electric telegraph in 1836. Alexander Graham Bell's telephone was the first to be awarded a patent to transmit voices in 1876. Guglielmo Marconi and Nikola Tesla developed radio in the late 19th century. Moving pictures first came across John Logie Baird's television in 1925. Conrad Zuse developed the first computer in the early 40s, and Tim Berners-Lee proposed the World Wide Web in the late 80s, and they all made the world a little bit smaller. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, electricity. Not only did sleep patterns change drastically with the introduction of electricity, so did work habits. From Ben Franklin to Nikola Tesla to Michael Faraday to Thomas Edison, many innovators made important contributions to this modernization, which brought light and power to the masses. However, electricity only became a necessity and standard to everyday life in the mid-20th century. Before that, it was enjoyed mainly in the big cities. Do you agree with our list? Which inventions could you not live without? For more informative top 10s published every day, be sure.
Okay. So do you agree with the list, or you would have done it in a different way? Like electricity number 1, and then communication. She was very general, right? Like communication, like implied everything: telephone, the internet, computers, etc. Do you agree?
Teacher, maybe the list is a little bit old because
what?
The list is a little bit old.
The list. The list. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yes. Of course. I mean, I think that she's talking about inventions of all time. Yeah. That is why, not 20th century only. But Alexandra, what would you choose if you had to make a list of like the top 3 inventions for you of all time?
I don't know, maybe nanotechnology, internet. So, more actually.
Yeah, like more modern ones. Yeah, more modern ones. Okay, very good. What about you, Domingo? For you, the top 3 inventions?
I think the best invention, one of the best is paper. But I think it's difficult because a lot of inventions from nowadays are consequences of previous inventions from the past.
Exactly.
I think paper and la rueda.
The wheel.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Those are the best.
Exactly. What about for you, Fabienne? Top 2 or top 3 inventions?
I like telescopes and the GPS.
Yeah, the word mentioned. Yeah, telescopes and the GPS. Thank you very much. And one more for you, Jose Miguel. Your top 2 or top 3 inventions from the list, or the ones that you want to say.
I am agree with the first one.
You agree?
Because, electricity.
You agree with electricity.
Because without electricity, with anything
wouldn't have been possible, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And for the second, maybe the wheel.
The wheel as well.
For the transportation, how do you say it? Commercial.
To commerce, to trade, to trade between countries and cities, etc. Yeah, very good. Thank you very much. All right. So, did you notice that in the video, this woman was using again and again and again the passive voice? Paper was invented. The wheel, if the wheel hadn't been invented, it would have been possible too. Or when the wheel was discovered, or we don't know who discovered the wheel, etc. She's like playing, between passive voice and active voice, but mostly passive, because she is focusing on the inventions, not the inventors. Okay, so let's practice how we can use passive voice, the structure, and examples. Okay. As I said before, and as you said before, passive voice is made in the following way. We need a subject, of course, because we always have subjects, but now we know that the subject in the passive voice is passive, not active, you see. Then we need verb to be, and then we need a verb in the past participle. Now, if you want to mention the doer of the action, you can introduce the doer with the preposition by, but it's not always necessary. It's not compulsory. You choose it. Yeah, you can say, for example, I don't know, the dishwasher was invented in 1886. And I can stop there. And if I want, I say, by Josephine Cochrane. But it's not obligatory, you see. If you want to mention who did it, you use preposition by, always by, and then the person, okay? But this is like the key formula. Let's look at some examples. Matías Ortiz, can you please read the examples?
Honey is made by bees. My car has been repaired.
Repaired. Mm-hmm.
Repaired. The winner will be announced at the end of the competition.
You see, so here we have in colors the two elements of the formula. On the one hand, we have verb to be in different tenses. Yeah. In the first one is present simple because I'm talking about something that always happens. Right? Honey is made by bees. You see? Eggs are laid by chicken. Mm-hmm.
What is a honey?
Honey is what bees make. This substance that is very sweet.
Okay.
Yeah? So honey is made by bees. My car has been repaired. You didn't repair the car. Someone did it for you. So it's passive voice. The car has been repaired. The winner will be announced. You see? So we have participles, made, repaired, announced, and verb to be in different tenses. Yeah, in present perfect, in future. Yeah? Are you following me? Yeah. No, okay. Very good. If I have verb to be in the formula, it's even easier because verb to be is a super powerful verb and verb to be doesn't need an auxiliary. So when you negate verb to be, you simply add not. So what is the negative of honey is made? Honey isn't.
Honey isn't.
Exactly. What is the negative of my car has been repaired? Hasn't been. Very good. And the winner will be, what is the negative? The winner won't be or will not be announced. You see? It's very simple. Very good. Luis, read the examples, please.
My car is not being repaired by our usual mechanic. Honey is not made by wasps.
Mm-hmm.
The winner will not be announced until the results have been double-checked.
Yeah, the winner will not be announced, announced until the results have been, this is like Trump's sentence, right? Like the winner of the election, yeah, won't be announced until the results have been double-checked. Yeah, it is not necessary to mention who does these actions because I'm focusing on the passive subjects, the car, the honey, the winner. You see? Do you understand? Yeah, how this works? Yeah, of course we're going to practice, but this is important. And questions, well, for questions you need the question order. You need verb to be first, if it's a yes, no question, then the subject, and then the verb in the participle. For example, is our car being repaired by our usual mechanic? Is honey made by bees? Is the dishwasher or was the dishwasher invented by a woman? Yes or no? Yeah. And if you need an information question, of course, you put the information question before the verb to be. Okay. Where is our car being repaired? Where is honey being made, etc. Mm-hmm. Remember that I'm going to upload the presentation. Yeah, do not worry about the information because you will have it. And I pasted this chart because I think that it summarizes very neatly, and in colors, the different types of passive voice. Remember that the key formula of passive voice is verb to be and the verb in the participle. But as I said before, perhaps you have some questions, you don't remember all the tenses. So here is a little help, okay? Here you have examples of passive voice in all tenses, in present simple, in past simple, in present perfect, future, past perfect, present continuous, past continuous, infinitives with the use of modals, etc. So every time you have a question, you go back to this chart. Okay, so, yes, I need to use passive voice with may, for example. May be done, for example. May be recorded. I need to use should. should be done, should be recorded. With will be delivered, will be done, will be, etc. Recorded, okay? But the formula is the same. You conjugate verb to be, and then you use the participle. Of course, here we are using the same verb, the verb deliver. Deliver is a regular verb, so the past of deliver is deliberate, you see? Delivers, this is active voice, are delivered, were delivered, have been delivered, will be delivered, etc., etc., etc. I usually teach my students passive voice in all tenses, but I need to be honest with you. In English 3, you only need to know present and past passive. That's what you have to know in English 3. How to form present simple passive is, am, is, are plus the participle, yeah, or past passive, was or were plus the participle, yeah. But I think that passive voice is so simple, because the formula is the same, that why not teaching you all the tenses? Because you know these tenses, so you are able to use passive voice in all the tenses, yeah. But if you take quiz 2, or when you take the Suficiencia 1, yeah, you will only see examples in present simple and in past simple, and perhaps in will, yeah, but that would be all, okay? So don't panic. This is for you to know, yeah, because it's not that difficult. I'm going to give you 1 minute, yeah, to look at the examples, look at the transformation between active and passive. See how verb to be changes, yeah, from one side to the next one, okay? 1 minute to read it, please. Okay, did you get the mechanism? How the sentences change? Is there any tense that you don't understand, or you remember all of them? Yeah, you remember most of them. Okay, very good. For example, continuous tenses are a little bit confusing because we have like lots of ing. For example, the letters are being delivered. Yeah, you need to be very careful with the pronunciation. Are being, not been, because been is the participle. Yeah, so are being delivered, are being done, are being or were being delivered. Yeah, pronunciation with the ing is important. Yeah, but when you use modals, for example, it's very simple. Should be, maybe, must be, could be. Yeah, could be done, could be said, etc. Okay. Do you feel prepared to practice? Yeah? Okay, yeah, let's see. Practice time. I'm a very bad teacher. Not bad as bad, but like evil. Yeah, so I usually choose very difficult exercises for you because I think that the exercises that you have in the book are too easy. Okay, so here we have a conversation. Yeah, I like exercises in context because I wanted to understand the context. Okay, we have two people, Juan or John, yeah, Juan and Eva or Eva, okay, and Juan and Eva are talking about their, I don't know, experiences, okay. So individually, I wanted to read the dialogue. Do not answer it, okay. Skip the spaces, yeah. I wanted to understand the context first, okay. So 2 minutes to read the dialogue. Don't do anything. Read the dialogue. 10 more seconds. Okay, so what are they talking about? What is the topic of conversation?
Transport.
Transport, yeah, very good. Pollution, yeah. Traffic, yeah. Congestion, etc. Very good. So they are debating, right? Okay, very good. So little by little, yeah, we're going to look at the options and we're going to transform, yeah, we're going to conjugate the information in brackets, yeah, into the passive voice, yeah. So Juan says, oh, sorry, I'm late. There's so much traffic in the mornings. And here the conversation starts because of the traffic, congestion, people, etc. And Eva says, oh, I know something about it. Something what? This is a typical dialogue that you have with people in the mornings when you go to work. And you start debating about the government and policies and the city and the people. So what does Eva says? Remember that is verb to be and the verb in the participle. Remember? Come on, guys, you can do it. What? This is a modal verb, so we need should and be. Okay? What would you say?
Something had to do.
Yeah, but Luis, do not change the model. You have to use should. Because it should. So something should.
Maybe should be done.
Exactly. Oh my God, I don't have the answers. Yeah, something should be done. That is the answer. Wait. Something should be done. So here we have a formula. I have verb to be, and then I have the participle. Something should be done about it. You see, the same thing that you say in Spanish. Oye, algo tiene que hacerse. You see, but in Spanish we don't have like a subject. Yeah, something should be done about it. It's not good for our health and the environment. And Luis says, you know, I read an article the other day that said drivers 10 euros each day. Sorry, for driving into the city center, like in lots of other cities, is called a congestion charge. So what does Luis say? Come on, guys, you can do it. Or is it too difficult for you and you want to do some like easier exercises? Come on, be honest. I'm not going to get mad.
Should be charged.
Eduardo, yes? Drivers should
be charged.
Very good. Drivers should be charged. Yeah, so should be and then the participle.
And the in the final.
Very good. But you need to pronounce it. You don't need to say it. Charged. Yeah, charged. Yeah, very good. Okay. Very good. Okay, very good. Next one.
Is
Juan, yes.
why?
Oh my God, I can't. Yeah.
Is not should charge.
Because should charge is active voice, Fabian. If I say someone should charge is active. The person charges. But here, I'm not saying that the drivers charge. I'm saying that someone should charge them with money. You understand or not? Because if I say, for example, you are talking about taxes, okay? Taxation in general. So you say, well, I'm against taxation, or I am for taxation. We need to increase taxes in Chile. If we want better transportation, if we want better highways, we need to pay more in taxes, okay? So you say the government should charge people more. Active sentence, the government is doing something, charging money, yeah? But then who receives the action? The people, because the people is not going to charge, is going to be charged. So you say, you know, I think that people should be charged more for taxes or in taxes. So you're changing the focus of attention. Are you focusing on the government or are you focusing on the people? Who receives the action of charging? The people or the government? The people. The people is affected. The people has to pay, not the government. You see?
Mhm.
That is why it's not should charge, because the drivers are paying, are not receiving the money. Makes sense, right? So they're talking about this, like this charge, congestion charge. So they say, well, you know, I read an article the other day that said the drivers should be charged. So drivers, if you want to drive your car, you have to pay for it, an extra amount of money. Yeah, that is the idea. So drivers should be charged 10 euros, like 10,000 pesos or 9,000 pesos for driving into the city. If you want to go to Oman, Estado, okay, 10,000 pesos. Yeah, if you want to go to Providencia, 10,000 pesos. You see, you would think it twice. You see, it wouldn't be that easy. Everyone is clear? Yeah, are you following me? Yeah, okay. And then, there are 3 people. I didn't see Luis. Okay, right. So Juan says, it's not a bad idea, you know, but people, another option. Everything is impassive, everything, or it wouldn't be fair. So what does Juan say?
Have to give?
Yeah, but what is verb to be there? And gave is past simple, it's not past participle. If I translate it, it sounds horrible. So you need to do it in English. What Juan is saying is that people need another option, not only be charged this 10 euros, yeah? They need another option. Someone has to give them another option. So how do you say that in passive? No, it's not a bad idea, but people have
to be given.
Very good, Felipe, very good. Have to be given another option. Have to be, you see, modal verb, have to, verb to be, and then the participle, given, with en. People have to be given another option, or it wouldn't be fair. Not everyone can afford 50 euros a week to go to work or school. If some people pay attention to the conditional, this is a first or a second conditional?
Second.
Come on, very good, because it says would, okay, would, okay. So if I have would here, what do I have here? Present or past?
Past.
Very good, okay. So if someone, remember, verb to be and the participle. If someone, if some people, come on guys, you can do it. If
were forced.
Excellent. If some people were forced to pay 10 euros a day, they would have to look for a job in another city. Makes sense, right? Yeah, it's not fair to pay 10 euros every day because not everyone has 50 euros every week to go to the city center. So he says, if some people were forced, because this is a charge, you see, if some people were forced to pay 10 euros a day, they would have to look for a job in another city because they wouldn't be able to afford the 50 euros, you see? Following me or not? Yeah, okay. And Eva says, I agree. Jose Miguel, pay attention. I agree, not I am, but I agree. The government, to make life better for those who can afford to pay. The government now is not doing something. We are saying we, the government. So the government
can be allowed.
Almost perfect. Allowed, the pronunciation, allowed. So the government cannot or can't be allowed. Yeah, the government can't be allowed to make life better for those who can afford to pay. That is not fair, you see, because if people have money, okay, they pay. But if they don't have money, is it fair that the government pays for those who have money? Not really, right? So the government can't be allowed to make life better for those who can afford to pay. Rich people, according to Eva, not to try to. Matias Ortiz, you know, come on. Rich people what? Rich people?
Must be encouraged.
Excellent, very good. Rich people must be encouraged not to drive to. We all breathe the same air, okay? And then Luis says, I think that in most places, the money that from drivers on improving the buses, blah, blah, blah. So what does Luis say? Benjamines? So silent, the two of you. Who collects the money? We don't know. We don't care because it's passive. So the money that from drivers.
Was collect?
It's not past, I think it's present.
Was collect?
Present. No was, but is.
Is collect?
Almost perfect. What is the participle of collect? Collect is a regular verb. What is the past of collect, Matthias?
Collected.
Ah, okay. Costó, ¿eh? Costó. So
Sí.
I think that in most places, the money that is collected from drivers. Now, continue. The money that is collected from drivers. Anyone, come on.
Have to be spent.
Money is or money are?
Have to be collected.
Money has or money have? That is my question. Money?
Have?
Money is it.
What?
Yes, Matías, como que what? Sí, but money is. Money is uncountable. It always is. So, money that is collected from drivers is collected, Matías Rivas says, is collected from drivers has to be spent. Has to be spent on improving the buses. No have, because it's the money. You see? Yes or no? Yeah, I know that this exercise was a little bit challenging. Okay, I admit it. Yeah, so I don't really like to spend a lot of time doing these exercises in class. Yeah, so the homework is, let me see, this is unit 10A. The homework that you have for next class, and I'm going to check it, which is more difficult. Let me see. Okay, page 64, please jot down. Page 64 in the workbook. Page 64, 64, page 64 in the workbook. Activities B and C. That's all. Activities B and C. Workbook, page 64, activities B and C. It won't take you more than 10 minutes. This is a 10-minute activity, not very difficult, okay? Did you write it down? Page 64, workbook, activities B and C. B and C, grammar, not listening, okay? All right. I would like to spend, I don't know if you want to, but I would like to spend the last minutes of today's class speaking, okay? So we're going to do a speaking activity, yeah? And let me show you the pages. This speaking activity is on pages 105 and 109. Let me go to the book. 105, 109. When I am in class, like in face-to-face classes, I have another activity which is quite fun. I think that I need to design something similar for next semester if we continue online. 100. This is like cultural knowledge, like general knowledge. But if you don't know, don't feel frustrated. Can you see the book on the screen or not? No, you can see the folder, right? Okay, wait. What about now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, this activity, in my opinion, is fun, okay? Imagine that I'm a student A and I'm working with Benjamin Reyes, okay? So
what page means?
Page 105 and 108.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm on page 105 because I'm A. Yeah, I'm a student A. We are not going to complete the sentences. We're going to do it automatically. No time to think. Okay, you have to do it like right away because you're good students. So here we have a sentence. Yeah, a sentence, and I have three possible answers. So I'm a student A, and I ask Benjamin. Benjamin, until 1664, New York, okay, 1664, this is the past, right? So I need past passive. So what is the past passive of call?
Called, no, or Colin, No sé.
Yeah, okay. Cold, yeah, but it's passive voice, so we need verb to be. Verb to be in past.
Was.
Ah,
Very good.
was.
Okay, so until 16, and I'm A, right? So Benjamin, question. Until 1664, New York was called A, New Amsterdam, B, New Hampshire, or C, New Liberty? What do you think?
C, I think. I'm not sure.
You think it's C. Okay, what do you think, guys? New Amsterdam, New Hampshire, or New Liberty?
New Liberty.
Let's see. Benjamin, Benjamin is B. Yeah, Benjamin is B. And Benjamin knows the answer, or should know it. Yeah, is New Amsterdam. That is the right answer. That's one way. That's one way to play it. Another way is that I say the sentence and I give the answer. So I say, okay, Benjamin, I think that until 1664, New York was called New Hampshire. And Benjamin says, you're wrong. It's not New Hampshire, it's New Amsterdam, because Benjamin has the answer. Do you understand? If you don't want to look at the answers, go for it. If you know the answer, that's fine, okay? But at least you have the answers if you want to check it. Do you understand the activity? Okay, let's do another one. Matias Ortiz, you are A. What about number 2?
Who is B? You?
Yeah, I'm B.
Okay.
The Star Wars movies was directed.
Movies. The movie.
Were directed.
Okay.
By.
What is the answer?
I continue.
Yeah, continue. Tell me your answer. What do you think, George Lucas, Spielberg, or Kubrick?
George Lucas.
Of course, you're right, Matias. Yes, the Star Wars movies were directed by George Lucas. Yes, and I have the answer because I'm a student B. And if I notice that my partner is making a mistake, you correct him or her, okay? It's no was or were because it's movies, it's they were directed. Do you understand the activity? Yes, everyone? Domingo, yeah, I see that you...
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, Alexander says, yes, Matias Rivas, I can't see you, so I need to ask you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that energy. Okay, guys, so 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If you need help, you call me. Please try to speak as much as you can. I'm going to check it. Yeah. If you do 3, 4, it's fine. If you don't finish, it's fine. Yeah. But think about your answer. Think about the passive voice, present or past, future, etc. Okay. So pages 105 and 108, I think it is. Yeah. Depending on the PDF. 108. No, 109. I'm sorry. 105, 109. Okay, stop sharing. How many questions did you do? 2, 3, all of them? Martin, did you arrive just now or not?
No, I was before, but without camera because my VTR are fixing my internet now.
Ah, okay, right. Well, nice to see you, Martin. I was surprised to see you. So how many exercises did you do? 2, 3, all of them?
6.
6? Okay, that's a very good number. What about the rest of you? 1?
6 too.
Okay, 6 or 5. Okay, even if you did 1, it's fine. Okay, we're going to check it. Student A, the first one we said that until 1664, New York was called, okay, because it's the past. Then Matias says the Star Wars movies were directed. Very good, because it's the past. Yeah, they were directed in the past by George Lucas. Then I think that I heard, I was with Eduardo, I think. And Eduardo said the noun that is used always, that is used most frequently in conversation is, was it time or money? Time, I think.
Time.
Time, yeah.
Time.
Okay. Then I think that Alexander, was it you, Alexander? Oh my God, my mind is so fragile. Okay. Penguins, Alexander. What is the sentence? Penguins.
Penguins are found.
Very good. Are found because it's penguins. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Okay. So So penguins
At the-
are found, yeah, are found.
At the South Pole.
Yeah, okay, that is the correct answer, right? Because in the North Pole we have polar bears, yeah? Okay, fine. The Italian flag was or is?
Was.
Was, of course. Was, what is the pronunciation of the participle of design?
Design it.
Ah, como que design it. Matias. ED, what is the pronunciation? Anyone?
Designed.
Designed.
If I were with you in class, I would slap your faces. No, that would be prohibited. I would go to prison for that. But anyway, designed, like metaphorically, I'm going to slap your face. Yeah, designed, was designed by Garibaldi, Mussolini, or Napoleon. Do you remember?
Napoleon.
Napoleon, right. 6, the first cell phones. First, present or past? Where or are?
Where?
Where. What is the participle of sell? No me digan sold, por favor, or sell it, yeah, because that doesn't mean sold, yeah, sold, yeah. In 73 or 83? 83. Yeah, okay. The politician, Winston Churchill. Yeah, this is easy. This is easy. What is the sentence?
Was born.
Was born.
Was born. And born never changes. It's not born, it's born. Yeah, was born. Was born on a train, in a restroom, or under a bridge. What was the answer?
In a restaurant.
In a restaurant. Imagine, one of the most important statements in the 20th century, born in a restroom. And finally, the electric chair, creepy. Was or is invented?
Was.
Very good. Was invented by?
A dentist.
So next time you visit the dentist, you will know. Okay, very good, guys. And student B was very similar, right? The sentences were very similar. The smartphone was invented, were directed, the book that is stolen most often, and there were 16,000 babies are born, because it's every time, you see. Then chess was invented, the first Levi jeans were worn, yeah, by. Soccer was first played by, and in 1962 the original London Bridge was bought by. Yeah, so what is the key, yeah, to be able to use passive voice correctly? First of all, is to be very clear about tenses. Everything that you have learned in English 1, English 2, English 3, fresh in your minds, okay? And the second important thing is to know the participle of verbs, okay? When you have irregular verbs, you go to the third column. When you have a regular verb, very easy, you add ed, but you need to pronounce it correctly. You can't say designed, you can't say wanted, yeah, wanted, you see? So you need to pronounce the ed correctly, okay? And that is passive voice in a nutshell. I think that you need more practice. So homework, remember, let me go back to the presentation. The homework was this workbook activities, A and B. I will upload the PPT. Here you have a passive voice quiz online, and you can get the answers right away. You have another website that is called 4 Failed Inventions That Changed the World. It's a very interesting site. If you choose, yeah, the inventions topic for the video, you have the workbook, of course, and the grammar bank. Yeah, try to do the workbook. I think that the workbook is a bit more difficult than the grammar bank. Okay, and the passive voice quiz is quite good. Yeah, I would take it. It won't take you more than 5-10 minutes. So in total, 20 minutes, let's say, of extra practice. Yeah, and if you have any questions, of course, you ask me next Friday. Yeah. And remember that I'm going to explain the video assignment, yeah? If you have any question about the video, ask me on Friday. And before I go, I know that I have spoken for too long. Remember that there is a post quiz, remember? El post quiz, the present perfect. If you can take it, please, 1 or 2 people, but take it. Yeah, today, if possible, or tomorrow. Martin, dígame.
I tried to do it today morning, but
Today?
I couldn't because it was finished
Really?
in at 0000.
Oh my God, let me change it right away. So perhaps Elba, okay, wait, let me show you the page. Where are you? I lost you. Here you are. It was, so it said, you're right. No, pero esas posters en plazo, dice. Hasta hoy, a las 23:59, ¿no? Si tienen tiempo. A ver, trata de verlo.
Yo lo vi ayer, estaba cerrado.
El post-test, pero si aquí me dicen plazo, ¿cómo va a estar cerrado? La cosa está loca.
Maybe it changed.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to say...
A mí me sale que está en plazo.
The first... ¿te sale que está en plazo?
A mí también.
Como me
Ujú.
mienten, qué malas personas son. Okay, ya
No,
no.
ahora lo acabo de ver. No, pero ayer yo lo revisé porque...
Ya, Matías, lies. I don't want more lies in my life.
No, it's true. I saw it.
Okay, Martin, I'm going to believe you. Okay, guys, so that's all for today. I'm going to upload the PPT right now. On Friday, I check the homework if you have any questions, of course, and I talk about the video assignment. Remember that the deadline is the 11th of December. Yeah, so you need to start thinking about the topic. Choose something that you like. Yeah, the most important thing is that you are motivated. Yeah, to record your video. Okay. So on Friday we talk about that. Have a lovely week and take care. And thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye,
Have a great week.
Bye, miss.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.